The Los Angeles Lakers saw their Emirates NBA Cup journey come to an end on Wednesday night after falling to the San Antonio Spurs in a quarterfinal matchup at the Crypto.com Arena. The defeat means the purple and gold will not advance to this weekend's semifinals in Las Vegas, where they would have faced the Oklahoma City Thunder. Despite Victor Wembanyama being sidelined for the Spurs, San Antonio delivered a commanding performance that left the Lakers struggling to find answers on both ends of the floor. The final scoreline read 132-119 in favor of the visitors, marking a disappointing conclusion to LA's tournament aspirations. The contest got underway with LeBron James putting the first points on the board for Los Angeles. The veteran superstar quickly found DeAndre Ayton for a mid-range jumper that gave the home team an early advantage. However, the momentum shifted when De'Aaron Fox responded with 5 consecutive points for San Antonio. Luka Doncic answered back with a layup followed by a 3-point play to keep the Lakers competitive in the opening minutes. Doncic has been leading the entire league in first quarter scoring this season, and that trend continued in this quarterfinal battle. The talented guard poured in 11 points during the opening frame, doing everything in his power to keep his team within striking distance. Unfortunately for the Lakers faithful, their defensive effort on the glass proved inadequate. Keldon Johnson capitalized on multiple offensive rebound opportunities, catching fire and helping the Spurs build a 9-point cushion. By the time the buzzer sounded to end the first quarter, San Antonio held a commanding 39-30 advantage. The second quarter brought no relief for the struggling Lakers. San Antonio's perimeter shooting remained red hot as they opened the period with an 8-point surge, forcing Lakers head coach JJ Redick to burn a timeout in an attempt to regroup his squad and stop the bleeding. Tensions began rising on the Lakers bench as both Doncic and Redick received technical fouls during the first half for voicing their displeasure with the officiating crew. The frustration was palpable as Los Angeles watched the deficit balloon to as many as 18 points during the second quarter. Doncic attempted to channel his frustration into productive energy on the court. The guard elevated his intensity level and helped spark a late second quarter comeback attempt. The Lakers closed the half with renewed vigor, trimming what had been an 18-point gap down to a more manageable 12-point deficit. They headed into the locker room trailing 70-58 at halftime. The energy in the building reached a fever pitch late in the second quarter when James threw down a thunderous poster dunk over Luke Cornett. The crowd erupted as the 40-year-old showed he still possesses elite athleticism, momentarily energizing both his teammates and the fans in attendance. Unfortunately for Los Angeles, they were unable to carry that positive momentum into the third quarter. San Antonio came out of the halftime break with renewed focus and immediately went on a 10-2 run to push their lead back to uncomfortable levels for the home team. Marcus Smart tried his best to ignite a Lakers comeback, connecting on back-to-back three-pointers that brought the home crowd back to life. Feeling confident, Smart attempted a third consecutive triple from beyond the arc, but this shot missed its mark. The miss proved costly as the Spurs capitalized in transition, converting a 3-point play at the other end that further extended their advantage. The Lakers' defensive struggles persisted throughout the third quarter, particularly when defending the 3-point line and securing defensive rebounds. These continued breakdowns allowed San Antonio to maintain control of the game. When the third quarter concluded, the Spurs had built their lead up to 104-87, putting the Lakers in a deep hole heading into the final period. The fourth quarter began with more of the same as San Antonio kept their foot on the gas pedal. The Lakers simply could not find the defensive stops necessary to mount a serious comeback attempt. Smart continued his hot shooting from deep range, trying desperately to single-handedly bring his team back into contention. The veteran guard's heroic efforts did help trim the deficit down to 8 points in the closing minutes, giving the home fans a glimmer of hope. However, that proved to be as close as the Lakers would get. San Antonio's offense remained too potent, and their defense sufficiently stout to protect their lead down the stretch. The Spurs closed out the victory, eliminating the Lakers from the Emirates NBA Cup and dropping LA's season record to 17 wins and 7 losses. With this loss ending their tournament run, the Lakers will now have one additional regular season game added to their schedule. They are set to host the Phoenix Suns on Sunday evening, with tip-off scheduled for 5 p.m. Pacific time. The team will look to bounce back from this disappointing defeat and refocus their energy on their regular season goals as they continue their pursuit of a playoff berth in the competitive Western Conference. Los Angeles Lakers head coach JJ Redick delivered a straightforward message regarding the team's approach to managing LeBron James and his ongoing battle with sciatica. The superstar forward has missed significant time this season due to the injury, and there are questions about how the team will balance keeping him healthy while maintaining his eligibility for end-of-season awards. James has been absent for the first 14 games of the season while dealing with sciatica, a painful condition affecting the lower back and legs. Since returning to action, the veteran has also sat out 2 additional contests as the Lakers carefully monitor his health and workload. The careful management of his playing time has raised concerns about his availability for NBA All-Star selections and other postseason honors. According to league rules regarding award eligibility, James is only permitted to miss 1 more game for the remainder of the season if he wants to remain in contention for his 22nd All-NBA selection. This creates a delicate balancing act for Redick and the Lakers medical staff as they attempt to keep their franchise player healthy for a potential playoff run while not jeopardizing his individual accolades. The 40-year-old James has started in all 6 games since making his return to the lineup. Managing his injury situation while keeping him in the running for All-NBA honors represents a significant challenge for the first-year head coach. Redick addressed the situation directly ahead of the Lakers' Sunday matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers, a game that would eventually result in a 1-12, 1-8 victory for Los Angeles. Redick explained that conversations about award eligibility have not been a priority in his discussions with James. The coach emphasized that he and the veteran forward communicate very regularly about his health status and availability. Additionally, Redick revealed that he maintains frequent contact with Mike Mancias, who serves as James's longtime personal athletic trainer and currently works as the Lakers' athletic performance liaison. According to Redick, the topic of All-NBA eligibility and the games played requirement has never come up as something that James considers important. The coach stated that the biggest concern as the team approached training camp was getting James healthy enough to participate. Once the season began, the focus shifted to getting him healthy enough to actually play in games, and then successfully reacclimating him to NBA competition after the extended absence. The head coach made it clear that he wants all of his players to receive whatever awards and recognition they deserve based on their performance. Redick specifically mentioned Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, and James as examples of players he would like to see honored with postseason accolades if their play warrants such recognition. However, he emphasized that individual awards are not high on the list of things that coaches and players need to worry about on a day-to-day basis. Redick elaborated on his philosophy regarding award considerations, explaining that the list of responsibilities and concerns for both players and coaches is extensive. Individual accolades and award eligibility fall far down that list when compared to more pressing matters like game preparation, health management, team chemistry, and winning basketball games. The coach believes these priorities should take precedence over chasing individual honors. James has admittedly experienced a slower start to the season than many anticipated following his return from injury. The sciatica issue clearly affected his conditioning and rhythm, requiring an adjustment period as he worked his way back to peak form. However, the Lakers organization has demonstrated an ability to manage effectively during his absence, which reduces some of the pressure on the aging superstar. The team currently sits in second place in the Western Conference standings with an impressive 17-6 record. They trail only the Oklahoma City Thunder in the conference hierarchy. This strong positioning owes much to the emergence of Austin Reeves, who took a massive leap forward during James's injury absence. The fifth-year guard has elevated his game to career-best levels, providing the Lakers with reliable scoring and playmaking when their veteran star was unavailable. Despite James's slow individual start since returning, the Lakers have posted an excellent 5-1 record in the 6 games he has started. This success suggests that the team is successfully integrating him back into the rotation while still maintaining the improvements they discovered during his absence. The positive results should provide confidence that Los Angeles can compete at a high level regardless of James's statistical output. The Lakers hope James can continue making positive contributions to the team as they pursue their goal of making the playoffs for a 4th consecutive season. The organization believes they have built a roster capable of competing deep into the postseason, provided they can keep their key players healthy and maintain their current level of performance. The Los Angeles Lakers have established themselves as legitimate contenders in the Western Conference this season, and there are growing reasons to believe they could potentially make a serious run at an NBA championship. The team's offensive firepower gives them a fighting chance against any opponent in the league. Guard Luka Doncic has been playing at an MVP candidate level throughout the season, showcasing elite scoring and playmaking abilities night after night. Fellow guard Austin Reeves finds himself in the midst of a career season, taking a significant step forward in his development as he has embraced a larger role in the offense. Forward LeBron James showed no signs of rust or decline during Sunday night's performance against the Philadelphia 76ers, demonstrating that at 40 years old, he remains a force to be reckoned with. This combination of talent has helped the Lakers' offense rank among the best in basketball. However, there remains considerable room for improvement on the defensive end of the floor. These defensive shortcomings could ultimately hold the Lakers back from achieving their postseason goals and championship aspirations. The team currently sits tied for just the 19th highest team defensive rating in the league at 116.2 points allowed per 100 possessions. Additionally, they have surrendered the 15th most points per game among all 30 NBA teams. These statistics suggest that defensive upgrades should be a priority. Adding a strong defensive player through a trade would send a clear signal that the Lakers are committed to going all in on a roster that will face numerous questions during the upcoming offseason. The futures of both James and Reeves with the organization remain uncertain beyond this season, making the current campaign potentially crucial for the franchise's trajectory. A meaningful trade acquisition could provide the defensive anchor needed to maximize this window of opportunity. One player the Lakers have reportedly shown significant interest in pursuing is Miami Heat forward Andrew Wiggins. The former first overall selection in the 2014 NBA draft established himself as a lockdown defender during the Golden State Warriors championship run in 2022. His defensive prowess was on full display during that title campaign, and he would represent a substantial defensive upgrade over current Lakers forward Rui Hachimura. Hachimura would likely need to be included in any serious trade discussions between the Heat and Lakers if the two franchises were to engage in negotiations about a possible deal. The Japanese forward has provided valuable contributions for Los Angeles, but his defensive capabilities do not match what Wiggins could bring to the team. While the Lakers would need to navigate the complexities of matching Wiggins' substantial $28.2 million salary in any potential trade package, the veteran two-way forward has consistently been mentioned as a possible Lakers trade target throughout this season. His combination of defensive ability and offensive versatility makes him an attractive option for a team looking to shore up weaknesses while maintaining their scoring punch. According to reporting from Jake Fisher of the Steen Line, the Miami Heat organization appears receptive to making Wiggins available in what Fisher describes as the proverbial right deal. This suggests that while Miami is not actively shopping Wiggins, they would be willing to listen to offers if a compelling package presented itself. The Heat's willingness to discuss Wiggins in trade conversations could open the door for the Lakers to make a serious pursuit. However, the Lakers may face competition for Wiggins' services. Fisher notes that Miami is also being viewed as a major potential landing spot for Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo should he become available. If the Heat pivot their focus toward acquiring a player of Antetokounmpo's caliber, it could impact their willingness to move Wiggins or alter the asking price in trade discussions. From a pure basketball standpoint, Wiggins is not considered an elite three-point shooter by any means. However, he has been remarkably efficient from the field this season, converting shots at a 48.3% clip. If he maintains this percentage through the end of the season, it would represent a career-best mark for the 10th-year veteran. This improved shooting efficiency makes him an even more attractive trade target. Wiggins currently averages 16.8 points per game, while chipping in 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block per contest as a starter for the Miami Heat. These numbers demonstrate his ability to contribute across multiple statistical categories while providing the two-way versatility that modern NBA teams covet. His well-rounded game would fit seamlessly alongside the Lakers' current core. If the Lakers genuinely intend to build a roster capable of competing against the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder, then adding a player like Wiggins could represent a crucial step toward toppling the Thunder from their Western Conference throne. Wiggins has proven he can perform against elite competition, and his defensive track record speaks for itself. During the 2024-25 season, Wiggins held Thunder superstar guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to just 4 of 17 shooting from the field when matched up against him. This defensive performance against one of the league's premier scorers demonstrates exactly the type of impact Wiggins could provide for the Lakers in high-stakes playoff matchups. His ability to limit star players could prove invaluable come postseason time. The NBA trade deadline will not arrive until February, which means trade rumors and speculation will continue to swirl around the Lakers and potential moves they could make over the coming weeks. The Lakers front office has time to evaluate all their options and determine the best path forward. However, a move involving a player of Wiggins' defensive caliber and two-way ability could represent a home run acquisition for a Lakers team desperately seeking to avenge last year's disappointing early playoff exit. Last season's premature elimination left a bitter taste in the mouths of Lakers players, coaches, and fans alike. The organization understands that this current roster has a legitimate chance to compete for a championship, but only if they address their defensive deficiencies. Wiggins could be the missing piece that transforms the Lakers from a good team into a great one capable of winning it all.